Y'all, it's American Week.
Oh. Lidl, the beloved, infamous grocery chain, has what they call American Week a few times a year, and during this time, our Instagram inbox blows up.
Are you guys gonna try this? What do you think of these things? And is this stuff actually American? Oh,
It's very good.
it's delicious.
This is so good. What is that flavor? To be honest, we never considered trying any of these things before because we didn't move to the Netherlands to eat American food, but hey, maybe it'll be good.
So, like, everything that we're eating today is from this brand called McKennedy American Way, which after a quick Google search, I found out is actually a house brand from Lidl. I guess it's like a portmanteau of McDonald's and John F. Kennedy.
I don't know. Maybe he came here? Came here?
I couldn't come up with anything else. It just seems like they were just like, yeah, those two things are really American. Put them together, and that's our American brand.
Before we get to the American food, we're going to give Lidl a bit of a second chance.
If you watched our video a few weeks ago where we tried and rated frikandel broaches from the major chain stores here in the Netherlands, we weren't too impressed with Lidl. And a lot of y'all said no, Lidl actually does have a very good frikandel brocha. Yours was just burned. All right, right off the bat, I can tell you it smells incredible, but that's really just the smell of the curry sauce.
But it looks so much better too. It's more of a golden brown than like dark brown.
We're really giving Lidl a lot here because we brought it home and we warmed it up in the air fryer. Like,
Yes.
This is just it's kind of cheating.
But if this isn't
This isn't how all of those high schoolers that are in the Lidl eating the frikandel broaches are going to eat them.
Yeah,
What?
you're holding it so weird.
Right. Okay, the first thing I noticed is I've been pretty confident this whole time that Lidl wasn't doing actual puff pastry
Yeah.
for their sausage and broaches or the frikandel broaches, but it's definitely a denser puff pastry, but it's still,
It's still bready.
it's still, yeah, it's bready, but it is a little bit crispier. It is more like a puff pastry.
Yeah, you have like that top layer of crispy puff pastry, but it's breadier, which does make it drier, in
Mhm.
my opinion.
So the last time we rated it, we gave it a 2.5 stroopwafel rating.
Okay.
What's our rating now? 1, 2, 3,
3.5.
stroopwafels. Wow. Okay.
Hey, not so bad.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think we're cheating, but it's pretty good.
Whatever.
I'd happily eat this again.
Me too. So today we're going to try 14 supposedly American things from Lidl and decide if they are USA or US-nee.
And I've done my best to order everything today in what I consider to be least offensive to most offensive. So I figured we'd start off with something that I think will be relatively easy for us to enjoy. That's the toaster tarts.
They smell exactly like Pop-Tarts, which
I disagree. They smell like strawberry candy, and Pop-Tarts have more of like a, I don't know, they smell like the exterior, which is not necessarily a good thing. There's not a lot of filling.
Oh, yeah. It is awful. It is terrible. I hate this. It's like if you took a saltine cracker and you just put a strawberry candy on top of it.
It really lacks much flavor at all. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. US-nee. Bring back the Pop-Tarts. If you want to get a
Yeah.
Pop-Tart, go to the expat shop.
So good.
You got to get all that that weird shit they're putting in there. Next, we have the giant peanut flips.
So American, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
I have no idea. So the reason I bought this is because in Texas, there's a beloved gas station called Buc-ee's, and they have something there called beaver nuggets.
Yep.
And they're like sweet little puffed peanuts,
Right.
and they're delicious. So I was kind of hoping that these were going to be that.
I think they might be.
They smell like peanut butter.
Straight up American peanut butter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Jif peanut butter.
Yeah, in a bag.
Cheers.
Interesting.
It's a peanut butter Cheeto. It is a peanut butter Cheeto. Here is a Cheeto, but instead of cheese, we put peanut butter on it.
Like the inside just tastes like styrofoam pellet, kind of.
Yeah, but it's really addicting.
Yeah.
The reason I think the
texture-
bag is this big is I think it's really easy just to finish this bag. There's no way for me to rate something positively
Mhm.
while saying it's not American. So I just wanted to make my case that I really like these, but I can tell you, like, other than saying it tastes like Jif peanut butter instead of Cheeto dust, there's nothing familiar at all about it. 1, 2, 3.
US-nee.
US-nee.
But still delicious.
Very delicious. By the way, while Michelle's downstairs preparing our next item, she doesn't realize I did this, but when we were at Lidl, I bought 2 of the things that she told me straight up she did not want to try and are probably the 2 most heinous things that Lidl is selling right now. And we're going to be trying those over on our Patreon at patreon.com/buncharted. The link is in the description. Next, we've got the chili cheese pork schnitzel.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be this pale?
Well, this one was a little bit of a curveball for me because it was actually raw chicken
Yeah.
and we don't have a deep fryer. So I would focus more on the small piece just in case the large piece is not cooked all the way
What's more
through.
American than salmonella?
That's actually a really great point.
Yeah, it looks cooked
Yeah,
and
it
also is oozing chili
Whoa.
cheese, but it just looks like cheese. It's very yellow.
The cheese does appear to have some sort of seasoning. Maybe that's the chili.
That's the chili. Oh, that was a pungent cheese.
It tastes a lot like the queso that my grandma used to make with Velveeta cheese.
This is,
Wow, you really think it's that bad?
I think the cheese is repulsive tasting.
Oh, really? I wouldn't say I like it, but I'm certainly not repulsed by it. All right, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. What?
I didn't say I liked it, but I do think that like having like a stuffed breaded chicken is a pretty like traditional American dinner.
Oh my gosh. See, I just like don't think this is
They wouldn't
American
call it
at
Schnitzel,
all.
though.
The queso inside is giving me nostalgia, but this is not
How is
American
it
to
giving
me.
you nostalgia, but it's not American?
Because my grandma never served it with chicken or pork.
Next, we've got cookie dough American style.
What's American style?
I believe that American style is when the girl is on the bottom and the guy is on top.
Why does it look like someone put their thumb in it?
It does look like someone put their thumb in it, yeah. It's the indent that you pour the gravy into.
Oh,
that's how it's American style.
Oh, yeah. The gravy. The texture of this is interesting. It's a little smooth.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like super smooth, which I was worried about because it kind of had a pasty texture.
I really like that.
Yeah, they had other flavors, didn't they? They had brownie.
They had brownie and they had apricot.
Apricot, which was
Very random.
1, 2, 3. USA.
Eating cookie dough is a quintessential part of making cookies with your family.
Yeah, and this
I
makes
think
it
American
safe.
style cookies are very American. It's in the name.
Mhm.
It says American style. Next, we've got the soft cookies milk chocolate. Cookies 2 ways.
I love soft cookies. It reminds me of the cookie that we used to buy in the school cafeteria.
Oh, no, you know, it kind of reminds me of Jimmy John's cookies. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
I think it's a pretty good cookie.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it definitely tastes like a pre-packaged soft cookie.
Yeah, but it's better
that you
than
would
Chips
get.
Ahoy.
But yeah, this is really good.
I think it's excellent. I think it's a very good chocolate chip cookie. Yes, it tastes like it's from a grocery store, but 1, 2, 3.
USA.
Yep. Next, we've got the American style cake, lemon flavored. And American style is when the girl is on the bottom and the guy is on top. The sticker on the side says original quality.
Oh wow.
That's my favorite kind.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Will you smell it?
Smells like vinegar. Like it smells like someone did a like an all natural cleaning spray on it before giving it to us. At least you know it's clean. Cheers. Once you get past the smell,
Yeah. It's definitely like
it's definitely not a natural lemon flavor.
it's a roller coaster. Because in the beginning you're like, I'm about to dive into this vinegar cake and you don't want it. And then it kind of tastes like lemon, but the aftertaste, it's a very chemically aftertaste.
1,
Ready?
2, 3.
US-nee.
They had a chocolate one. I wonder if that was better.
I was vying for the chocolate. But
Yeah,
I know
thought
you
the
wanted
lemon would be fun.
you wanted to lighten it up with lemon. And now we have Alex's favorite thing, baked beans.
I do love baked beans.
He's a bean boy.
My favorite kind of baked beans are, well, let me break this down. There's 2 baked bean situations I think are notable. One, when you go to a barbecue restaurant.
Yep.
And they do like baked beans or they do like pit beans or
Ooh,
something,
pit
and they're like a little
beans.
spicy. They got some pork in there. Like
I'll get into those.
the other baked beans I really like. Heinz beans in a jar or in a can, and then you just dump on some toast.
These are definitely more like Heinz beans.
They smell sweet. Yeah.
They smell very sweet.
Are beans a thing here? You can get the Heinz beans at Albert Heijn, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Well, I mean, someone's eating the beans.
Yeah.
Can you get Heinz beans in the U.S.?
Yeah.
The canned beans,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
with the Z.
Yeah, I just think Bush's is the brand that's more popular in the US.
Oh, would you say Bushes are more popular in the Netherlands, or would you say that Bush is more popular in the United States?
I know the answer to this for sure.
Okay.
Bush's are more popular in the US.
Okay.
Wow.
They're a little gritty,
Yeah, the bean has some texture to it.
and so does the sauce. It's not very sweet. Heinz beans are sweeter.
Yeah, Heinz beans are way sweeter.
I'm going to complain. It's merely an observation.
Yeah, they definitely smell sweeter than they taste.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice tomato flavor. I mean,
Wanted to make a joke about the smell sweeter than it tastes thing, but it didn't come to me quick enough.
ugh.
I was going to try and like link that up with the Bush's comment from earlier, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't hate these. I mean, these are definitely familiar They're just not exactly right.
And they're not really special.
1, 2, 3. Really?
Yeah, to me, baked beans are like the brown sugar beans.
Yeah.
And these are just a little too generic,
Um,
in my opinion, to be considered USA. And next up, we have onion rings.
Now, this is American. I have only had onion rings, I think, once in the Netherlands, and it was at the Tide in Dordrecht.
Oh, you're right.
And they were very good.
They do have the little appetizer. These kind of have some seasoning on them.
The sign of a good onion ring is when you take a bite of it and it just doesn't immediately like come out of the breading. And
Yeah,
you're
the
left with
entire
just
onion.
Yeah, just the breading.
Does Burger King here have onion rings?
I don't know. Good question.
Cheers.
So like onion mush on the inside.
I was gonna say, is there actually like an onion?
Like chicken nuggets.
Yes, it's
onions.
pressed onion
Mhm.
pieces.
It's like all the leftover parts of the onion. 1, 2, 3.
USA.
I don't think I've ever in the USA seen in the USA. I don't think I've ever said in the USA. I don't think I've ever seen like onion rings that don't have like an actual onion inside.
Yeah,
So
that
I
is
have to say that is a
interesting.
little bit strange for me, but the flavor is oniony enough. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a fried thing that tastes of onions and it's in a ring.
It's tricking me into thinking it's an onion ring. Like if I didn't go hunting for the onion inside of it, I would believe that it's there.
All right, next we have the hot dog, and y'all know we love jarred hot dogs or hot dog sausages, according to the glass jar. This is already something that is not common in the United States. Hot dogs come in plastic containers, vacuum sealed plastic containers.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have hot dog buns there that were also McKennedy branded,
Mhm.
but they didn't have them. It was like there were two things we couldn't find, and that was one of them. So we're just using some of our local bakery bread. So it's gonna have a little bit of an edge.
You bite into
yeah.
it. I don't want to get ketchup. Now, do you normally eat your American hot dog with ketchup?
What is it cold? Didn't you cook this?
It said to boil the water, take the water off of the burner, and let it sit in the water for 5 minutes. You know, I'm not a big hot dog girl anymore.
These kind of hot dogs anyway, you know what I'm saying?
This tastes great.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I mean, it's a good hot dog. I just like, I don't know. I'm not really craving hot dogs. I think
I'm not really craving hot dog.
the hot dog moment I have every year is currywurst, like in Berlin.
Yeah.
And I don't count like things like a Frikandel or Roquewurst or anything. I think those are
They're
they
so
don't
different.
Yeah, they don't taste like a hot dog, but currywurst, no offense to Germans that are watching this, it does have a very like hot dog flavor to it.
Hot doggy.
1, 2, 3.
USA.
Yeah, it tastes exactly like a hot dog in the US.
It is my childhood.
Minus the fact it's cold.
It is my childhood and a delicious piece of local bread.
Next, corn dogs.
They look very different than what we're used to, but I do want to tell you, they actually smell pretty accurate.
There's no stick on the end.
Yeah, that is a
Corn
key part
dogs,
that's
like,
missing.
yeah, they always come on a stick.
It smells like
It does
a
smell
corn
like
dog.
a corn dog. Is cornbread a thing here?
There is a type of cornbread, but it's in a loaf.
Yeah, that's not corn. That's not cornbread.
It's not like Southern style cornbread in the
No.
United States. Oh, hot. Oh, God. What is that flavor? I feel like,
cumin.
yeah, the cornbread is trying to emulate like an empanada or something like that. I don't know.
It tastes a little Mexican, but like it doesn't go with the taste of the cornbread.
Or the
flavor of
hot
cornbread.
dog. I really felt like this one was going to be good once I
love
smelled
corn dogs.
it.
Honestly, we didn't eat corn dogs very often, but it is one of the things I think I miss most about the US. Like when you go to like a fair, you get a corn dog.
Mhm.
You can go to those like get a Korean corn dog.
Oh,
Those
we
are
used
really
to do
good.
that in Austin a
Covered
lot.
with a potato.
Also, there are a lot of brands that had like vegetarian hot corn dogs.
The vegetarian corn dogs.
They had the little mini
very, very good.
ones
Yep.
and the bigger ones. Those were excellent.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think it is USA, but like there's something really off about it. But like quintessentially, they did cover a hot dog in something that is kind of like cornbread. So I feel like it's closer than other things that we've tried today.
I feel like the
The
flavor
cumin is wrong.
is like a fatal addition to this. It just ruins the entire thing.
Next, we have Chicago style pizza. And yeah, I mean, it looks vaguely Chicago style.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the crust and the sauces on top, just like Chicago style pizza has.
Have you had Chicago style pizza?
We had it together on a date once.
Oh, we did? Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Uno
You took me to
was
Uno.
It was one of my go-to date spots when I lived in Boston.
Oh my
'cause
God.
It was a good spot.
We went to one in Cincinnati.
I mean, I liked Uno a lot.
There is a healthy layer of cheese, and then you got the pizza sauce and then the parm on top.
Frozen pizza.
Wow. The tomato sauce is actually really good.
Mhm.
It has like chunks of tomatoes It's really balanced and it tastes bright.
There's also like Italian seasoning in it. It is a frozen pizza.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting it to be like an
Like crusty
amazing.
on the bottom.
Yeah, Michelle and I, we don't have a freezer these days.
It's tough. Yeah.
It is tough.
We might eat more frozen pizza if we had a freezer.
We always had a tactical frozen pizza in
Just
our
in
freezer,
case.
just in case.
You never know when you might need a frozen pizza.
And if you need a tactical frozen pizza, this isn't a bad choice.
No.
1, 2, 3.
USA.
I don't know, like, I mean, it is technically Chicago style. It checks all the boxes, and it tastes like frozen pizza that we would get in the USA. So
Yeah, I agree.
That's an easy one.
You did it.
I didn't do it. You did it, Lidl.
Lidl, you did it.
Now we've got another way of eating pizza. Pizza bagel.
Pizza's 2 ways. Sorry. Hang on. The crust is really dry. Okay.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Pizza bagel bites.
I ate so many bagel bites growing up.
This is, I think, replicating a very like beloved iconic American food.
Yeah. The hole in this
Yeah.
is humongous.
Uh-huh.
That is not
like
what
it's
it looks like.
More of a Michelle than you were expecting.
It's gigantic.
Can I put that in the video?
No, I think
Was
you might need
was
to
that
cut
too
it.
on the nose? I do have an issue with the bagel.
This is not a bagel.
No, it's some sort of circular bread,
It almost
perhaps a biscuit.
looks like biscuit or croissant.
It also kind of feels like a biscuit.
Cheers.
It's not a bagel. There's nothing bagely about it.
What is it though?
Pizza crust.
I like this. This has a lot of flavor from the onion and the pepperoni or the salami on top. I don't know. I think this would be a really good snack.
The ratio's off. There's
Oh.
way too much of whatever bagel
Yeah.
and not enough topping. I like it. I do think this is one of the more probably deeper cuts in American cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
Dare I say American cuisine? It's not like you don't go to a restaurant and get pizza bagels, but I do believe this is like a common thing that people
Like
make.
teenagers, like you come home from school, you need a snack, you get
You
pizza
get bagel bites,
bagels
or you just make it
for
as-
breakfast.
Yeah, you actually make the real deal and do it yourself. Bagel bites for breakfast.
I never did bagel bites for breakfast.
It's a thing.
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
USA for sure.
This is honestly like the thing I'm so happy to have in the video
Mhm.
because it just seems this is just like something I don't think people think of, but I think more people should be making pizzas in non-standard ways.
I completely agree.
Up next, we've got the pulled pork and the brioche hamburger buns.
And to be honest, we thought we could do this video in one day, but you'll notice we're wearing different outfits.
And I'm wearing a hat. So I was a little worried that this was going to be plain because we didn't see any barbecue sauce or anything that they were selling. The pulled pork, it appeared to be pretty well marinated.
Yeah, it was very juicy and it smells delicious.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad. Pulled pork to me is such a, I don't know, part of my life. Like growing up, pulled pork or pulled chicken was something that my mom would just throw into the slow cooker and then just, that would be dinner. Throw in some like bottled barbecue sauce from the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also my go-to when I go to a barbecue restaurant. This was definitely marinated in something.
Yeah.
Because it's like very orange. I don't really taste much. It just tastes very like porky. And the bun is nice. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't really have a ton of flavor, but it's soft. 1, 2, 3.
USA.
Yeah, this is very American.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think pulled pork's big in other countries? And last but not least, the most American thing that you can get, these baked Twinkies. They're called creamy mini cakes with milk cream.
Ooh, milk cream.
It's a fluffy cake snack with a milk cream filling.
These are actually, we were looking for these in the store, and they're kind of hard to find because I did not expect them to come inside of a bag.
Do you like it when they come inside of the bag?
No, I don't.
That was a weird one.
That was a
Although
weird
it does
one.
make sense.
Mhm, it does.
One of the few times you actually make that kind of joke and it actually makes sense.
They are pretty brown. Look at
Twinkies
that.
are brown these days.
Oh, are they really?
I think so, yeah, because I think they're no longer able to use some of the preservatives originally.
Okay, because to me, a Twinkie is like a yellow
Oh,
color.
it smells like a Twinkie. I'm actually really excited about this because I love Twinkies. I don't eat them very often though because I'm terrified of them. But these might be an improvement on the Twinkie. You
I
know?
hope so. That's what I'm really, really hoping for.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
It does not taste like a Twinkie, but it's very good.
It's delicious.
This is so good.
It's much more dense than a regular Twinkie.
Yeah, and less wet.
Mm-hmm. You are right. And the icing, the milk cream filling, is a little bit thicker
Yeah,
than the like really soft, like sugary
fluffy kind
Mhm.
of
stuff
filling.
that's inside of a Twinkie. Oh my gosh, you know what we should do? A little bit of this. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers. Mm-hmm.
They actually don't. The flavors don't combine at all.
They're both too strong.
Yeah.
It's like the pork is so porky and this is so sweet.
These are really, really, really good.
I like these better than Twinkies. They taste
They're
less chemically.
Infinitely better. Yes, they don't taste chemically at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the creamy mini cakes with the milk cream.
USA
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
Like I would say this is an improvement.
It is
on...
100. Yeah, but like if someone gave that to you, would you say it was a Twinkie?
No, not at all. It's like reminiscent of a delicious snack treat that's very popular in the United States.
Putting in the middle.
Okay. Maybe like this.
Yeah.
Y'all, like we mentioned, we didn't move to the Netherlands to eat American food. American food to us, the stuff that like our guilty pleasures here are like breakfast tacos.
Yeah. And if you want to see us try Dutch food from a Dutch grocery store, check out this video next.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
So done.